feeding up bums, to me, like, I personally never used the service, like, but I've been to soup kitchens in the past when I've been homeless and stuff, like, you know, and they really are, they're the bread and butter for the guys on the street, like, you know, and so whenever I came to York, whenever I moved into York, like, you know, I found out about the guys, like, one of the volunteers here came down to the pitch, bought a big issue, said, oh, if you're hungry, come on down to Food Up Bombs. And anyway, once I got involved with the voluntary work in York, then I was pointed in the direction of these guys, so I came along, and I've been coming twice a week now for about 4 or 5 months, about 3 or 4 months now. And it's a great group of guys we have here, like, you know, and our emphasis really is just to come out and share food with people, like, you know, and a lot of the food we get is from supermarkets or restaurant shops and all that there, like, you know, and it's to fight food waste. You know, while people are starving, like, you know, it's just common sense, really. Like, you know, we take the food from where it's not needed and bring it to where it is needed. Like, I've been lucky, like, you know, I've been blessed with somewhere to stay and all, like, you know, and I have my job working on the issue, so I use that to support myself and stuff, like, you know, but Food Up Bombs, like, you know, you can see the guys here, like, you know, they all appreciate it. Like, you know, there's a better way for me to get to know the guys on the street too, like, because I'd see them passing me and stuff, or I'd pass them in the street and all, like, and I'm thinking, right, I've been there, like, you know, I want to get to know these guys, and if I can share any advice or whatever, like, then at least we're here to do that there, like. So a Friday and a Sunday night we come out and we feed the guys, like, so we do encourage people to come down and share food, share their thoughts, like, you know, it's not entirely for the homeless this here, like, alright, a lot of the guys here are using the service are homeless, but we want to get the message out there that it's there for anybody that needs food. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you've got people in hostels, you've got people in private accommodation, you've got people on universal credits, or even just on the low income, like, you know, and this is here for anybody that needs it.
I went to a meeting, and they were at the meeting, and I liked a lot of their philosophies, in that they weren't necessarily an organisation, they were a movement, which I really liked, because I don't like to be put into a box. And yeah, and it was about saving food and helping people. I think it's important anywhere. I think compared to other places, it's a bit more, not ad hoc in that it's not there, or it's always going to happen, but in that it's not organised. It kind of just happens and it works, whereas everything else is very managed. And I think that's what makes the difference, really. But it's just about people caring about other people and getting together and doing what they can, just a bit of company, a bit of food, a bit of chat and chill. I think bringing a boost to anybody's day is a really good feeling, isn't it? But also coming here gives a boost to my day as well. So it's a win-win situation.